the Chi-Town experience on the flight. Let me go tune in to Keek on the mic. He gon' make sure we get our news and highlights. When you get on YouTube, you better hit the likes.
This one move can save Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears offense. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Bears fans, make sure you also do me a huge favor by also hitting the like button on today's episode of Keek on the Mic. So, Bears fans, once again, we have to have this conversation because the Chicago Bears offense desperately need a spark, and it has to come from the offensive line. As we all know, the Chicago Bears offensive line has been absolutely putrid this season. Through the first 3 weeks of the season, Caleb Williams has been absolutely running for his life, and it needs to change. He has been sacked 13 times in 3 weeks. He has been pressured even more. Obviously, the Chicago Bears offensive line has also given up many quarterback hits as well. Something needs to change. The Chicago Bears need a spark. We need some major upgrades on the Chicago Bears offensive line. So to me, General Manager Ryan Poles needs to get on the phone ASAP and make this trade that would alter the state of the Chicago Bears offensive line, and that is for guard Trey Smith of the Kansas City Chiefs. And Bears fans, let's not really overcomplicate this. Trey Smith would be the perfect solution to revamp the Chicago Bears offensive line. He is 6'6", 321 pounds, and is only 25 years old. He has been known as one of the most underrated guards in the National Football League. He has meant so much to that Kansas City offense and the success they have had over the past couple of seasons, and he just doesn't get enough credit, but he would be a household name for the Chicago Bears. He would be that guy to really revamp that unit. He would be the guy that would be able to keep Caleb Williams upright, and he would make everyone around him better. Once again, stands at 6'6", 321 pounds, is only 25 years old. So let's go ahead and break down Trey Smith a little bit more and what he would mean for the Chicago Bears offense and why I feel like he would actually save Caleb Williams and give the Chicago Bears offense a spark. And we will also talk about what it would actually take to possibly bring Trey Smith and make him a Chicago Bear. First and foremost, Bears fans, Smith has never missed an NFL game. He is as durable as it gets. In 53 games, he has 53 starts and plus 10 starts in NFL playoffs with 2 Super Bowl championships. Check this out, Bears fans. Trey Smith is actually one of just 3 players to have played more than 4,000 snaps over the past 4 seasons. That has been one of the big reasons why the Kansas City offense has been so successful. Besides Patrick Mahomes, it's the ability of the offensive line to stay healthy and keep Patrick Mahomes clean. When you look at Trey Smith, he has truly been a centerpiece for that Kansas City offense and their success. But once again, he rarely gets credit for the success that the Kansas City Chiefs have had over the last couple of seasons. In just over 3,500 offensive snaps played, Smith has only given up 8 total sacks, Bears fans, 8 total sacks, and has earned a PFF overall grade of at least 71 in 3 straight seasons. Trey Smith has been absolutely nails for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he would be an absolute game changer for the Chicago Bears and this Bears offensive line. He has been a huge reason why Patrick Mahomes has been able to stay clean and upright over the last couple of seasons that he has been a part of this Kansas City Chiefs offense, and why the Chiefs have had so much success on the offensive side of the football. Bears fans, Trey Smith, and I can't explain this enough to you guys, Trey Smith is the full package. He is smart, he's athletic, he's tough, he's durable, and he can play both the run and pass very well. The question is this, Bears fans, is would Ryan Poles and the Bears actually have a chance to land a guy like Trey Smith? And I personally think they do. And I think Ryan Poles needs to do everything in his power to make Trey Smith a Chicago Bear. The first thing you actually have to think about when you're looking at Trey Smith and possibly bringing him here to Chicago is that he is in his last year of his rookie contract. And the Kansas City Chiefs are kind of thin financially. They chose to extend center Creed Humphrey, which is an awesome move as well. Creed Humphrey is one of the best young centers in the National Football League. And most analysts around the National Football League will tell you that the Kansas City Chiefs had to choose between Trey Smith and Creed Humphrey. They wouldn't be able to pay them both. And that's not saying that the Kansas City Chiefs won't figure out a way to also pay Trey Smith, but it seems like as of right now, it's going to be really tough to also pay Trey Smith after you gave Creed Humphrey all that money. So overall, that's really good news for the Chicago Bears. Once again, he's in last year of his deal. If the Chicago Bears didn't want to make an aggressive trade for Trey Smith, he will possibly hit the market as well. But to me, the Chicago Bears need help now. They need upgrades right now. They need to be able to keep Caleb Williams clean right now for the Chicago Bears offense to get a spark. So to me, if Trey Smith's available via trade, I think as a general manager, if I was Ryan Poles, I would be aggressive to go make this move and bring Trey Smith to the city of Chicago. The second thing to think about is Ryan Poles' connection to the Kansas City Chiefs. Ryan Poles was actually the executive director of player personnel the year that Trey Smith was drafted in 2021. So he definitely knows a whole lot about Trey Smith and his game and what he would mean for the Chicago Bears offensive line. So to me, when you have that connection, when you have that understanding of certain players, it has to be on the back of his mind that Trey Smith is in the last year of his deal. So to me, Ryan Poles should at least pick up his phone and call the Kansas City Chiefs and say, hey, what's going on with Trey Smith? Are you guys close to a deal? Are you guys willing to maybe make a trade? Just talk to him. The closed mouths don't get fed, Bears fans. Once again, this would be a altering move, a franchise altering move to me that would take our offensive line to the next level. Last thing to think about is about the capital we would actually have to give up in order to land a guy like Trey Smith. Bears fans, I would give up the second round pick from the Carolina Panthers and another late round pick for Trey Smith. And check this out, Bears fans. This is how desperate I have gotten to see a good offensive line in Chicago. If the Kansas City Chiefs don't like that deal, I am possibly willing to give up 2 second-round picks in order to make Trey Smith a Chicago Bear. And you guys can call me crazy all you want. Trey Smith, to me, is that good. He's durable. He hasn't missed a game. He's athletic. He plays good against the run. He plays good against the pass. And to me, my mindset is keeping Caleb Williams protected, keeping Caleb Williams upright, making sure Caleb Williams' career in Chicago is not ruined because of the inability of the offensive line. It's time for Ryan Poles to fully invest in the Chicago Bears offensive line, to finally fully invest in his new franchise quarterback in Caleb Williams. And this would be a great start by being aggressive and going to get a guy like Trey Smith. So yes, Bears fans, I would give up 2 second-round picks in order to bring Trey Smith to the city of Chicago. Then you would also have to consider this, Bears fans. You would also have to pay Smith as well. Obviously, he's looking for a contract extension. And right now, he is probably looking to possibly make around $20 million a year. And before you guys say anything in the comment section saying, well, Keek, that's way too much money for a guard. To me, it's not, especially when you have really no offensive linemen on your roster besides Darnell Wright and maybe Tevin Jenkins and Braxton Jones. The Chicago Bears are in desperate need of a right guard and center, a solid right guard at that. And Trey Smith is as good as it gets, Bears fans. Once again, I'll repeat it until I'm blue in the face. He is the full package. I would give Trey Smith $20 million a year, probably for the next 3 or 4 years, to come and protect Caleb Williams and come and make sure Caleb Williams is not on his back, making sure Caleb Williams is not running for his life. I am so tired. I am so tired, Bears fans. I've seen the offensive line just getting absolutely blown up. I'm so tired of the offensive linemen being flat on their face because they cannot hold a block to save their life. So once again, Ryan Poles needs to be aggressive if Trey Smith is available via trade. So to me, giving him $20 million a year is an absolutely no-brainer for a franchise-altering player and Trey Smith. So Bears fans, to me, let's not overcomplicate this scenario, right? Of course, you could possibly wait for a guy like Trey Smith to hit free agency. So let's say the Kansas City Chiefs decide not to extend him. He would be one of the top options on the free agent market as well. There's obviously pros to that. That means you wouldn't have to give up any draft capital. You could keep your second round picks and maybe add some offensive linemen in the NFL draft as well. But to me, like I said, we need the help now. We need the spark now. The offensive line has been putrid. So if he's available via trade as the general manager of the Chicago Bears, I would absolutely be aggressive and inquire about guard Trey Smith from the Kansas City Chiefs. So once again, Trey Smith, he would make the O-line better. He would make the offense better as a whole. And most importantly, he would protect our franchise quarterback in Caleb Williams. And at that point, that's all I care about. 13 sacks in 3 games, Bears fans, is not good. And at this rate, it's looking like this offensive line is getting no better. They're putrid against the run. They're putrid against the pass. They're just putrid in general. The Chicago Bears need a spark. They need an upgrade. Trey Smith would be that spark that this offensive line needs. The piece that would really save Caleb Williams this season. So Ryan Poles, if you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you're not, but if you ever run across this video, get the deal done. Go get Trey Smith and bring him to the city of Chicago. So Bears fans, do me a favor. If you think Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears should be aggressive and go trade for guard Trey Smith, go ahead and hit the like button on today's episode of Geek on the Mic. As always, Bears fans, make sure you continue to hit the subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for an all-new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic.